Gitonga, Bijiwe, are you ready?
Yes, I am ready.
Gitonga, Bijiwe, the whistle, rum, and the radio. The whistle, rum, and the radio. Gitonga, Bijiwe.
133 days ago, 5 hours and about 46 minutes ago, was when last I was at my place of spiritual regeneration, no thanks to COVID-19, where there was this wonderful ceremony in which parents with babies cradled in their hands are holding them by the hand, committed to raising them up in the best way possible. We, as we looked on, were asked if we would support these parents in this lifelong mission, to which we enthusiastically replied, yes, we will, by the grace of God. When suddenly it struck me, it came upon me that in front of us, to my left, to my right, and behind me, was some of society's most influential people. Those people who shaped you and me into who we are and into some of those very leaders we look at each and every day. Mr. Contest Chair, fellow Toastmasters, and guests, often in life, we look around us to those who can inspire us. We look to political leaders, we look to religious leaders, we look to motivational speakers, but we often ignore those who are closest and dearest to us, those who pour everything they can into us, those who give their all to shape us in our lives each and every day, those who leave nothing on the table. Who are these, you ask? These, ladies and gentlemen, are our parents, our mothers, fathers, and guardians. This afternoon, I want to talk to you about how our parents influence our lives and are so critical in what you do. And I want to share with you 3 things that my father taught me that allowed me to become the man I am and shape me into who I am as an individual. Behavioral psychologist Simon Sinek said, good leaders make you feel safe. Good leaders make you feel safe. And this was so true in my first lesson from Dad in a simple act he used to do each and every day. Simply, that sound was not just a whistle. No, that sound to me as a little boy was a signal that Daddy was home, a signal that he had come, a signal that with Dad's arrival, all would be well and all of my questions would be answered. And whenever I heard it, I would run up to go and meet him. But only if I'd been a good boy. If I had been a naughty boy, I would run in the opposite direction. But throughout life, that sound has become a clarion call in my mind on the importance of dependability. Being dependable and being there for those who I love. Being there for those who love me. Being there for those who look up to me. The first lesson of dependability by my dad. But there was a second lesson he taught me. One of discipline and self-control. And this lesson came about in a very, very interesting way. It was through his love for rum and Coke. Yes, he used to have that much rum with that little Coke. You see, Dad didn't just love rum. He didn't buy it only by the bottle. No, Dad bought rum by the case, a dozen at a go. But though he enjoyed it all through his 80s, early 90s, until he passed on, never once did I see him take it until after 6 p.m. After 6 p.m., he would enjoy his glass or 2. When he had had enough, he would simply stand up and slowly walk to his room. What did I learn from him? No, not how much rum to drink. I learned discipline and self-control. Why do you ask I learned that? Because never once did I hear him slur his words. Never once did I see him lose his composure. Never once did I see him stumble, slip, or fall. He maintained his composure through it all. He remained true and rooted in who he was as an individual. And that lesson has taught me something very important. The importance for you and I to stay grounded regardless of the situations that we're in. Good times, bad times, happy times, sad times, through them all, it is important that we remain true and rooted in who we are as an individual. Discipline and self-control. 2 traits I wish I knew as a little kid, as I tell you of my third lesson. This third lesson was about the value of somebody's word. As a child, I was inquisitive, I was curious, and I loved to test the limits of anything mechanical. I was curious on one day and wanted to find out why the people in the radios were hiding stations from me. It doesn't start at 0, and neither does it end at 100. So I was convinced there were other stations being hidden from me, and I wanted to find out what they were. When Daddy went to work, I went and I took his radio, put it up, and started tuning it. And I tuned it and tuned it and tuned it, and I reached the end. And I was like, aha, now I will find those channels they were hiding from me. I turned and it broke. I panicked. I took the radio, put it back on the shelf, and ran away. Dad came home. He was furious. What happened to my radio? Who did this to my radio? Gitonga, did you break my radio? No, I didn't break it. I don't know what happened. I know nothing. I denied everything. About an hour later, Dad came and said, Gitonga, tell me the truth and nothing will happen to you. For some reason, I believed him. And I told him the truth. And guess what happened? Nope. Absolutely nothing. Nothing happened to me. He simply warned me and said, Gitonga, do not touch my things without my permission. Zig Ziglar, businessman and motivational speaker, when asked about what makes a great leader today, said, those who are dependable and whose word is his bond. Those who are dependable and his word is his bond. On that day, Daddy showed me that his word was bond. His word was true. He said, tell me the truth and nothing will happen. I told him the truth and nothing happened. That, more than any other trait in life, is one I wish to live by and embody. To be true and honest in everything I say each and every day. So I've learned dependability. I've learned about discipline and self-control. I've learned about the value of somebody's word. But those were my lessons, lessons from my dad. You too have been taught something. I know not what it is, but there's something your uncle, your mom, your dad, your guardian has put into you. They have shaped and helped you become who you are. And though, thanks to COVID-19, we cannot give them a hug or a kiss, I challenge you, please, during the break, give them a call. Give them a call and say, thank you for what you've done for me. Thank you for believing in me. Thank you for being there for me. To my father, who has passed on and gone to, I say, thank you, Dad. Mr. Contest Chair.